The flagship Revv Dynamis D40 provides guitarists with the authentic cranked vintage amp tones with practical modern updates. Dynamis are the amplifiers that years ago introduced Revv to the Nashville's hottest session stars. And for 2023, the amps have been redesigned from the ground up to provide the truest vintage modern amp experience. Vintage? What the crap is vintage modern? It's a modern amp or it's a vintage amp? Apparently it's vintage. I don't know. Modern amp experience available. D40 is brand new. The reading is difficult. 2 independent channel tube amplifier that packages the greatest hits of legendary EL6L6 and EL34 tones, as if that matters. Glenn showed that it doesn't. Into one amp with Revv's modern technology and design philosophy, creamy gain and touch-sensitive cleans that transport you straight into your favorite albums. 2 notes torpedo embedded reactive load and Dyne IR so you can play, perform, and record anywhere without a cabinet. I have a cabinet. It's the best, coolest, bluest cabinet in the freaking world. All without loads of extra switches that would get in the way of your playing. Yeah, they're not switches, they're push buttons. Of course, no extra switches if you use push buttons. D40, $2,099. Around here, I think 2,400 euros. Whether you like to plug straight into it or use your favorite pedals, D40 has the tones you've always wanted, paired with a modern technology completed by a dead simple design. A button for dead simple. Any guitarist who values tonal purity and authentic. Now they're starting with authentic. Play authentic. Revv. Representation of their playing style has to try D40 for themselves. D40 has your back, no matter how you play. That's why it's the player's amp. People say my English is horrible. I might be right. So what do you want to know? Channel 1, we'll get through that. Channel 2, all the gain sounds of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Not sure about that. Fine-tune your sound with bright boost, blah, torpedo captor X built in pretty much. Totally transparent buffer. Buffered serial effects loop. Selectable 10 and 40 watts. Now, what? I'm trying to find out what the tubes are in there. Best 6L6. Where does it say that? I don't know and I don't care. There are tubes in there. Hey, people, Revv D40. It's a Dynamis, and I ordered mine custom, as you can tell, with a custom cabinet. Thank you, Revv, because, I mean, come on. The Western in the teal, and then the white Western, and then back to the teal Western. This is the most flamboyant amp I've ever seen, and I freaking love it. Order yours in any combination that you want. So, I have been a huge fan, just like Chris Barocci, of the Dynamis. I love the Dynamis. It is the clean. It is the pedal platform. It's everything you wanted. And the second channel in the Dynamis picked up where the clean left off with 3 different modes, and they really got you into more gain and more in screaming leads. And it had Revv DNA built in that second channel. It was generator-ish. They killed all that. They killed all the cool second channel flexibility and traded it in for classic-y, vintagey, not so much gainy tones. But they are fantastic tones. So this is not your metal amp. This is not your even 80s, I would dare to say. I don't know. You know, who knows? Really different than the first Dynamis. First Dynamis also had, I don't know what it was called. Dynamis. Now they're calling it D40 because it's in the D series, D20, G20, all that stuff. Well, the G20 isn't in the D series. What am I talking about? Of course, now all the Revv stuff has 2 notes built in, and the bigger ones, which this is one of them, has not just the single out, but the dual out, which gives you captor X flexibility, meaning you have one side can be cap, second side can be DI. It can be both are DI, but they're double tracked for cool double tracking sounds. You can have different cabs, panned left and right. It's super flexibility, which is why on the back you actually have the 2 XLR outs. The thing is, and we're using them in this video, we're not gonna show you the app for which you can, if you have any hum problems, you can ground lift and you have to hook it up with USB. We're not gonna go into that. We've gone into that for all the other amps. It'll get way too complicated. Look into the app for the Captor X. It's pretty much exactly the same thing. There's many videos about it. The Torpedo Remote, that's what it's called. So we have 2 channels. A clean channel with gain, treble, middle, bass, and volume. Very simple. Can you see that it's on? Well, here you can. It's with the white panel. These white knobs are super elegant, but depending on the light situation, it could be hard to see. Here it's fine. In the slideshow at the beginning, you could see there's some problems. There's a bright, which I don't think is a bright. I would consider that a second voicing, and we're going to get to that. A boost, which boosts. Reverb on, off, and then store, because everything, of course, can be midified. Not the settings of the knobs, but the settings of the buttons and your Dyni R if you so choose. Second channel, exactly the same damn thing, just with gain. Then you have your level for your DI out, headphone for the DI out, 6 presets right here, assignable, of course, with storing and program changes, the world's your oyster, with up to 127 of them. We have Master 1, Master 2, for the Master Beta who wants to go on stage and have more volume right here. Don't even know how to switch it on the amp. I probably need the foot switch, which I don't have because they are late and it doesn't matter. You know, foot switch, that's what it does. 4 buttons, something like that. Presence, like Christmas, and depth, like the ocean. And that's it. On the back, in the back, power fuses, bias testy thing, XLR out, ground lift, USB. Effects loop, where we have the TC2290P. You have the switch to go from 40, can't do this, 40 to 10. 10 is still loud, people. Internal load, which means you click that and now you don't need a speaker and it's quiet and you can run it just with the DI out. That is brilliant, of course. Then we've got all the speakery outs. This is for the cab lighting, which is really, really cool. Then we've got, foot switch, which I don't own. Then reverb level, reverb decay, and MIDI in and through. They really did not forget a thing. This is a, yeah, vintage modern. Vintage in its sound, modern in its features. I get it. Which means, I'm gonna turn that thing off for. It's the first time I plugged that in. Went through 9 presets. Holy shit. Let me play with it for a bit and make a full video for you guys. I'm miking this, and we're gonna have mic sounds as well as the DI. Because, I mean, come on, it's an amp. You want to hear it with this amazing looking cab. With an SM57 and a Sennheiser MK4 condenser. Nicely aligned diaphragms. We're gonna go classic guitars. One with single coils, we're going to switch to P90s, and then you want to hear it with humbuckers, for which I'm going to use something very pink. Now, sounds, and then we're done. Easy. We're going to have to try it with the Strat, because this is very classic-y, even maybe Dumble-esque in its too rocky kind of second channel, if I might say so. So, clean channel, without really anything, but except for the reverb turned on. And while we're here, we're going to try more decay. I think that's what it is. That's a lot. Let's go full. Let's go everything here. It's got a fluttery Kind of a cool thing. Of course, realistically, you're gonna have it somewhere around here. Okay, and you can, of course, save that state with your MIDI or your channel. I mean, I love the Dynamis for its clean channel. This is as good as a clean channel gets, period. If you're looking for a pedal platform, you're home! How do I know that? Because I have a pedal on the floor! Have I had coffee? Yes! It's a green thing. Works with the delay. Gain, I guess. Thicker. Still very stable in its cleanliness. Cleanitude. Treble does treble. Yeah, you can literally get any sound you want. The mids. Doesn't go too far, but really gets you very different sounds. I like that. It's way more responsive than other EQs on amps. Volume does loud and master does loud. Let's look at the presence, like on Christmas. That's a lame joke. Very subtle in the very top end. That's where it is. That's on the very bottom end. So, bright is really, let's get the reverb back in, it's more fun. Bright is really where I just expect more treble, where I expect it to open up in the top end, and it doesn't. It really shifts the sound. I really call it a voicing too. So let's find out. Of course, it also adds brightness, but it really gives you a different flavor. I don't know what key I'm in. And boost gives you more of it. It gets not distorted. We're not really there. Let's get less reverb. But of course, with that green thing, that's what the clean channel does. Oh, I can leave that on. Go to the second channel, and let's see what that sounds like. You can see gain is not really anywhere. And, I mean, no, that's wrong. Gain is quite a bit up, that's what I'm trying to say. But gain is not really anywhere. It's really still clean. So, right there. Beautiful, edgy, break-up-y stuff. Let's see where we go. Gets quite a bit thicker there. Fun. Not a lot of gain, but a lot of fun. So let's push that with the boost. I have a feeling that whenever you're boosting or getting the gain up, it's less of a massive gain boost and more of a thickness boost. See, let's try this. Let's see here. Yeah, there is gain, but I mean, it's also thickness. Which is why it's perfect for single coil guitars, because I would rarely play a Strat back here, but boy, does it work. Same thing for the boost. It adds thickness. So this is pretty much, let's see. All the gain you can expect. Green pedal. good stuff. Benucci, it's okay. Not bad. I've got one green kind of a pedal on the floor, and the flexibility all of a sudden goes through the roof. And it's dynamic, almost as if that's in the name. I'm going to spare you the 7-string because that would just be done with that amp. You can buy a different amp from Revv for that stuff. Roof guitars. A modern guitar for a vintage modern amp. What does B do? I can't even. That's without the green pedal. We're gonna kick in the green pedal. So, Revv Dynamis D40, pretty not too shabby. It gives you all the dynamics of the classic amps. It gives you the clean, it gives you programmability, gives you DI-ness and all that stuff. Let's go and turn it, where's the, here we go. No more cab now. We're gonna check out the DI. Good enough. That's the clean channel when you're pushing it with the modern humbuckers. Now boost. Let's go and do the second channel. Okay. Let's go through the 6 sounds that are in there. Number 2. Might be the same one. Dry, and there's probably the same cab with. Quite a bit of slapback room there. Yeah, okay, tuning's a good idea. By the way, this carbon is totally made out of guitar. This guitar is completely made out of carbon fiber. Look, no wood. It's really cool. Next one. I feel number 1 is beautiful, but those are 6 possible combinations of sounds and cabs and room. There are probably millions based on mics and cabs and rooms and EQ that you can get in the Torpedo software, which we're not going to go into because it would just be way too much. I love this thing! I mean, it's pretty much this combination. Come on, look at the colors. Now, you know I love Revv. You know that my Dynamis is a beautiful amp that I've used quite a bit. It's an amazing pedal platform, was in hundreds of videos. This is the new one with the eye out. More aimed at the vintagey thing. When you think Revv is the company, that's the company for all the, you know, metal people. Yes, but now, no. Get it? Links below and animals at the end.